Hello people that not how's I doing? Typical Alan, I have to say. Um, so do you want to hear some good news about how much a year we spend on, actually 2 years, in 2 years how much we spent on TDs and senators and ministers' pensions. So with the pensions, I was talking about this before, they get a ridiculous sum of money, the members of the government, and when they retire, they get, like, they honestly get a huge amount for doing it. That's as simple as that. They spent 28 million in the last 2 years. Yes, 28 million. Yes. Of course, we have to keep our senators and their TDs happy when they retire. Even though they're big landlords, they own a huge amount of property. Like Michael Higgins. Take Michael Higgins for example. He used to be a teacher. He's going to get a teacher's salary. He's going to get a. He used to be a member of Labour. He used to be in Dáil with Labour. So he's going to get a TD salary. And then his daughter's in the Senate and the Senate actually, not the Senate. And he's going to get his presidential pension. He'd be getting €1 million a year, possibly, 2 million maybe at most. Like, this is the kind of crack we're dealing with. And it's like, I take one example I have in my family. It's my father, and I want some minister or TD to explain this to me, how he worked from 14 years of age. Yes, 14 years of age, until nearly to 61, and then he had to retire because of his heart. How did he work all that length of time and got no pension out of it? He got nothing really out of it. He got a few bob out of it, that's all he got. Didn't get much. And he's only getting the state pension now. And they were refusing to give it to him for a long time. They wouldn't give it to him, the state pension. They said he wasn't entitled to it. Yeah, that's the kind of crack they have in this country. You work all your life, like he had hard jobs. And they were like, he wasn't entitled to it, and he finally got it. Thankfully, he finally got it, because he was very much entitled, working all his life. And then TDs walk into Dáil and they don't have a care after that. that's the simplest thing. Half of the TDs in Dáil have who are landlords. And they get enough money as it is. They don't even need a pension. Like, TDs don't even need, like, they make their money when they're in Dáil. Like, God mighty, 96,000 a year or something like that for a TD in Dáil. They got a €3,000 increase last year, and they're probably going to get another one this year when the recession's on again. Yay! Well, it's typical government in this country. When there's a recession on, let's give the TDs money. And it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like, people who work all their life, only people who work all their life, don't end up with nothing. And these TDs end up with big farm and land and everything like this, and they're still getting money. Like, honest to God, they don't need it. Like if you're 4 years in Dáil and you nearly have your money made. As simple as that, you have your money made. You don't need any pension really. In other words, some of them deserve it. Like, some TDs deserve it. I'm not gonna lie. Some senators do deserve it. Not gonna lie. Some of them do, and then there's some of them are just in for the money, and that's as simple as that. Like, the reason why I brought up my father, was I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at the time they said he wasn't going to get state pension. We obviously kicked up a huge fuss about it. Because he worked all his life, he was very much entitled, and he paid his taxes all his life to the Irish state. He never missed paying his taxes. He basically funded the Irish state for a long time in the dark years. So he was very much entitled to it, more than any TD. But it's still ridiculous. And then in Cavan alone, they spent 125,000 on pensioners and TDs and salaries in the last 2 years. Like, that's a ridiculous sum of money to spend. And just salaries for TDs and senators, my God. Even though they could nearly probably pay it themselves because they have that much money, because the landlords and half of the West of that crack. But it's a joke. And then Michael Noonan, you remember the finance minister? I say he bloody has a huge pension at the end of that. Because he wouldn't go. He was in Dáil for so long. There's half of them in Dáil now, and I'm going to say this straight. Half of them in Shannon and Dáil are pension age. Like, half of them are pension age and should be gone. If that was any other job, you'd be kicked out the door. Simple as that. You win a job and you turn on the 65, you'd be kicked out the door. You'd be really kicked out the door. I remember one person coming to me, he was 65, he worked in the public service. And he was 65 and he was forced out, he was kicked out more or less. He didn't want to go, he wanted to stay because he had nothing else to do when he went home. So he wanted to, at least he had something to do. And he was forced out, and then these TDs get to stay until nearly 80 and 90. Like, there's no pressure on them to leave. Like, they haven't got a care in the world, and that's as simple as that. But it's just mad. 28 million we spent on paying TDs, and this is not It's you and me. It's you and me that's paying this pension for the pension for the TDs. And they won't give they won't give people who are 65 a state pension, and they won't. Oh, no logic in this country. There's literally no logic in this country. We're giving these clowns 28 million out of our taxpayer money. They could go to something else. Could go to the hospice. Could go to something. But no, let's put it towards the pensions. Better again, let's put it those TDs pensions who have farming lands, who have huge estates everywhere, who have God knows how many people they wetted houses of, and have wetted landlords obviously. And we're just like let's give them more. Let's give them more. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. That's a great idea. Who came up with that? That'd probably be Michael Noonan. But anyway, stop taking the piss out of Michael Noonan for a second. No, seriously, that is way too much. Like, I understand if you were tied, you're entitled to the supplement, of course. Even if you're a TD, you're tied to the small wage. Anyway, my opinion, you're tied to the small, because you have the money made. 96,000 a year in a TD in Dáil. 4 years, that's a lot of money. You don't need a pension after all that. You would have enough to do you, to be honest with you. Unless you were a gambler or something like that. And now we all know to get money behind the back door too. That's very obvious to see ministers and senators to get money in the back door. So they get a bit extra on the side too. I just love annoying the government. But anyway, I leave you to it, and should think about that next time you pay your taxes to the government, and say, is that going towards the TDs and pension TDs salary? Actually, pension salary, sorry. Thank you.